Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you are enjoying the save, drop a like, that'd be tremendous. Today, I thought we'd just jump ahead of it. I felt like doing 2 games off camera was a little bit too little, particularly as we've got European games to do with this season. So I figured we'd do bigger games today, so we're doing Benfica away from home. Not going to be easy. And then we've also got Spurs away from home, which could be either way, honestly. Our tactics against them usually seem to go quite well. We've had a pretty good success rate with them in the past. Ali, Eriksson, Sanchez, Grimaldo, Neres, Livakovic. How are Wolves 18th with that team? They all just look too old to run at this point. I don't know what happened with Wolves. They did eventually obviously stay up in the end, but only just. Like, they still weren't great. And with Mourinho in charge, it was just an absolute melee at Wolves last season. I think they've kind of recovered a bit this year. But to go from a team that were literally challenging for the title and challenging for Champions League places to nearly getting relegated in this season. I mean, they basically didn't score any goals. It was amazing how few goals they actually scored last season. They did kind of pick it up after they lost to us, but even so, we made them look so ordinary. You complained about 3 of your 4 goals, mate. Yeah, I know, but like, it's one of those things where I can't just be like, oh, it's only bad when it happens to us from the opposition. Like, if I see stuff like that, I tend to call it out for both ways, or I certainly try to. With the other camera games, could you show goals, red cards when you cover them? Would be nice to see. No, not anymore. Like, I did try it for a bit. It wasn't worth doing because the amount of additional work it added nothing to the videos that were actually making them any better in terms of, like, it just wasn't worth it to me to do it, unfortunately, because it was making each video take 3 times longer to make, and that's not something that I really have time to do, unfortunately. So, Benfica. Actually, no, first, off-camera games. That's what matters. First up, we went away to City and unfortunately could not repeat the heroics of the Community Shield final. I tried a similar approach, it just didn't really work for us. Florentino Luis scored a very long-range strike after 18 minutes, but luckily, right before half-time, Dario Santana stepping whipped one across, and there was Santana scoring, I think that's his 3rd goal of the season. He's definitely been chipping in with goals and assists so far this year, which is pleasing, but unfortunately, they scored an identical goal less than 3 minutes later with Raheem Sterling. They weren't amazing against us, and we did keep the scoreline down, which is the main thing, but another I mean, it's against City away, so what do you expect? But still, bit poor. But then arguably much poorer was to lose on penalties against Burnley in the League Cup. It does get us out the League Cup, I suppose, but it was frustrating. We were pretty good for the most part. Took us a little while to get going, but then, of course, who else but Jose Lelson Guerra gave us the lead in the 63rd minute. I thought, perfect, we can kick on from that. Unfortunately, though, Elton went through for Burnley in the 69th minute. Nice. And equalised, and unfortunately, they won on penalties as both Dubois and Fernandez missed. So we're out of the League Cup to Burnley, and I was starting to get a bit concerned because it wasn't a great performance. I find that the games in which we are bad in, really bad, we just seem to have loads of shots. Not long shots, but they can never hit the target, and I don't know why that is. But that seems to be the hallmark of a game where we're not going to play well, is just loads of shots off target. And then we had a much more parity game against Southampton, a 4-0 thrashing. So we've had a 5-0 against West Ham, and now a 4-0 against Southampton. When this team is on it, they are on it. But they do seem to have a bit of inconsistencies at times, and I'm hoping that that will disappear once the partnerships start to emerge again. This was weird. At half-time, it was kind of a fairly even match. We'd still created more chances. We created, I think, 6 half chances and 2 clear cuts, so it was a very comfortable game in the end. But it took a little while. Celso nodded a ball down for Jean Carlos to score his first goal for us from a corner, but then we won a penalty not long afterwards, which, of course, Guerrero was able to dispatch. His first penalty for us, at least, there. Took us not that much longer. Ball was whipped in by Stepanek. Initial shot was saved, but he put in the rebound for his 2nd of the night and his 8th of the season. He then whipped a lovely cross in from a free kick for Gael Perrier to make it 4-0. So yeah, Guerrero grabs 2 more goals and an assist on the night, taking his tally to 8 goals and 4 assists in all competitions this season. The guy is a monster. He's nearly got half the goals that Mpepo got in the entirety of last season, and we're not even out of September yet. This guy is really the real deal, I feel like, and it's great. And as for all that, we are actually still 7th in the league with a +9 goal difference because we still don't concede that many goals. And that's a really strong sign for us, albeit a lot of teams around there. But that +9 really makes a difference. Palace above us there, Tottenham down below us as well. Yeah, Leeds have started to pick it up a little bit. Wolves are not exactly doing well this season either and have yet to win a match. It's insane. Burnley still bottom of the league. And this is what I mean. We lost to those guys. In the cup. We also drew against Bournemouth and Watford, who are both down there and winless as well. So we need to be a bit better in that sense. All it took was us to find a decent striker, and I genuinely think this year we can make a real go of it, because I think he's going to win us so many points just on his own. But today, we travel to Portugal to go to, what's that called? They've got a really cool stadium name. Isn't it called like the, Estadio de Luis Lisbon? Isn't one of them called the Madrigal or something like that? It might be, I don't know. But this is probably the one that decide the fixtures against Benfica look like they'll be the ones that decide who wins this group. I do think getting out of it though seems a lot more straightforward now that we've got that 3-1 victory under our belt against Anderlecht, but today needs to be big. This needs to be a strong performance. Chitiu is unfortunately in need of yet another rest. Annoying situation with him is, I try to ask him to rest, but then he gets upset at me. But then you end up with the negatives of both sides of it. So it's really a bad situation in that sense. We're going to go with Scylla and Assman today. I feel like, I mean, who's actually performed better, Scylla or Dubois? Scylla has definitely performed better. Everywhere else, though, totally happy with that. Certainly not the end of the world. Donald Traore, great name. This will be a good test. This is probably the most difficult match we'll have so far in the Europa League, and probably the most difficult one we'll have in the entire group. So it's important to see how we fare, because I think we'll learn a lot about the team's quality from this game. Also, full regen lineup. Have a bang on that. Like, we've definitely shown a lot of quality in some home games this year. 3-1 win over Anderlecht, 5-0 over West Ham, 4-0 over Southampton. We've got goals in this team when they're on it, but they need to be on it. And I feel like just getting those partnerships up is really going to make a difference for that. And Scylla, I thought he could have gone for that there, but he doesn't. Alberto out wide. Still trying to work on Lever's weak foot a little bit more to try and improve on that, because I think that will make him an excellent substitute. Particularly as he is now listed as a wonder kid, which is kind of interesting, because even Kostel Troffin never met that kind of level. Oh, wow. Look at this from John Carlos. He's all the way through. Great save, and Stepanek couldn't put it in. Really nice work from Jean Carlos. He gets himself his first goal, and maybe he's going to start to get a bit more confidence in his play now. He can get the most out of that attacking midfield. What a ball. Stepanek, great save again. This has been a great start from us. 81% possession as well. A draw in the other match would be perfect. Guerra's ball. And Celso over the bar. Wow, what a start. John Carlos round the side for Guerra. And a great save again. And nope, that was onside as well. My lord. We are cutting through them like butter at the moment. Guerra's ball. And it's a clearance. So... How on earth are we doing this? Santana takes his man on. Can he win us a corner or something? Ball across. Cleared. And Stepanek will pick it up. He's got support though. And he loses it. And we might regret that later in this match. But it's certainly a positive start for us. The chances are flowing, which is always a good sign. And just gives us the ball back there. Assman. I'm never going to get bored of saying that. Assman. There we go again. Goes past one. He likes a long-range strike. What a... Ooh, he's got great long shots, and he's demonstrated it there, testing the keeper. Well, the Benfica keeper is definitely the best player on the pitch right about now. But we are making them look very, very ordinary here. And away from home as well, which is very, very important. Jota. But it's still 0-0. Anything can happen. Anderlecht are 3-0 up in their match against Osijek, amazingly. Okay, so maybe there's a bit of potential for them. Fuck me with a rake. Like, how didn't that at least bring the player down? Dios mio. I don't... If we just carry on playing the way we are, surely there's going to be more chances to come here. But I don't really want to lose away here. I think it's very important that we don't lose. Great ball in behind for Guerra. One-touch finish. Oh, what a save! Oh my god, what a save from the goalkeeper. I mean, how have we not scored a goal yet? Can he find a good cross, though? That's the key. Can he whip it across? And he doesn't. And Stepanek, blocked. Keeps it in play. Drops it back for Assman. Jean Carlos. Oh, lovely work again in the box, but no goal. I'm not really sure what to say about this performance in the first half, other than we've been pretty freaking... Great save from Suarez there. Powerful, perhaps, but less dangerous, I suppose. Well, there has been an element of disbelief about the fact that we've not scored a goal in this first half yet, and Celso's header is directly on target, and he cannot score either. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Just the 6 chances created in the first half, and we don't score, and then they score a long shot. Oh, God. Right, we've got to improve, I guess. It's hard to know what to improve, because from a tactical standpoint, I couldn't have asked for a better performance in the first half, but here we are. A goal down. Caero. And a big tackle. Oh, no. Tackle carried it straight into their path. We're even creating their chances for them. Come on, guys. You're better than this. Guerra's ball in. And cleared away, and it's at the... Oh, my God. How has that stayed out? That was nearly an own goal as well. Oh, good save in the end by Suarez there. But again, they're shooting from relatively reasonable distances. I mean, they've had the same number of long shots as us, but we have had more shots overall and much, much better quality of chances, but we just haven't been able to put them away, and it's so disappointing. Dubois thrashes that away. Just didn't want to lose this because it would keep the group nice and tight. It would be another point on the board. Dubois clears it, but unfortunately our player on the edge of the box wasn't there. Benfica 1, Notts County 0. Oh, rough ratings are back. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know he's made 8 saves, but like, they were mostly from range. He had that one good chance. I don't know. Just bad. I hate losing games like that, where you're just like... Right, Spurs, I guess. Right, we're back. got to try and get that disappointment out of our system and then try and play away at Spurs. Not easy. That being said, they are below us in the league and their goal difference is -1. If we were to somehow win today at Spurs, we would move ourselves into 6th place, just above West Ham, who amazingly are in 6th place, despite the fact that we beat them 5-0 earlier this season. They've obviously got something about them. Spurs are in pretty solid form at the moment. Ours is a bit patchy, but we're doing a decent enough job. Like, we're miles clear of the relegation zone at 6 points. We're just as close, basically, to 5th place Arsenal as we are. We're doing fine on that sense, but I do think we need to just do a tiny little bit better, particularly in games like that in Europe, where we are controlling it for the most part and just don't get what I feel like we deserve. Hopefully, though, maybe we'll get a bit of luck against Spurs and it'll all be swings and roundabouts. Let's go for it. Now then, do I want to make any changes? My assistant wants to swap things around again and put Assman as the deep line playmaker. I think it's because of the footedness, but Dubois is also left-footed, so it makes no sense. Or is he? Yeah, he is. So I don't know what that's about. Right, for the bench, I always have to keep putting Darren Lever on the bench, but I really do think it's important. Silla as well over Ferguson, just because he's a better player. Ferguson might start to complain soon about lack of football. Now, Spurs also play a 4-4-2. We've actually looked a lot better this season against 4-4-2s than we have in the past. I don't know why, but we have. They've got a Viscount in the midfield, so hopefully he's the minty flavour, because those are bloody delicious. Or at the very least, play better than we did against Benfica. Although, frankly, I thought we played quite well, so that's what makes it worse. From a tactical standpoint, we did everything that I would have wanted, creating a solid amount of chances, limited them to very little in terms of chances, but unfortunately was not enough on the night. But we can't really dwell on that anymore. We must push on and hope that today, I would still take a draw, in all honesty. A draw would move us up to 7th place and keep us right in that battle. And it will be a point away at a team like Spurs, which would be a very good one. But I have a horrible feeling we're going to get brought back down to earth today. Oh, wow, that should have been a goal. That was practically an open net. Come on, win it. There we go. Guerra. Oh, can he turn it into the channel? Nearly. He's done all right, actually, but Stepanek just doesn't seem to have the dribbling ability anymore. Assman, Guerra, not the best touch, but Stepanek's in there. And he's just immediately given the ball to Cavell. I really don't know what it is about Thomas Stepanek this season. Oh, no. Oh, wow, that was just fortunate. He doesn't seem to be able to take people on anymore. Not in the same way that he was before. And that is irking me somewhat, considering nothing else seems to have changed from a defensive standpoint. Guerra. Go on, lads. Get forward. Even he seems to be able to take people on. Back for Alberto. Can he drop one across for someone? No. Oh, he's found Guerra. Good clearance. Keeping things fairly tight, but yet again, Stepanek just, I don't know, he no longer seems to take anyone on. Can't drive past them anymore. I don't know what it is. Stepanek, go on, lad. Have a look. Look at his pace. It's in... Where has his ability disappeared to? I don't get it. This whole season, for the most part, he just doesn't seem to take anyone on anymore. And I don't understand why or what's changed. It's really frustrating. There's just no kind of intensity, no dribbling ability, no pace, no any of his attributes anymore. It's really weird. Dubois whips it out for Stepanek. Can he get... He's finally gone past the man. Can he get the shot away? Oh, I mean... I guess all you have to do is criticise them out loud and he'll come up with the goods. He is probably giving me the finger from the corner flag right about now for criticising him in the way that I just did, and he's just come up with that. Dubois with a gorgeous ball. The ball almost makes that easier for him, but still, that is an insanely good finish right in the bottom corner. Tottenham 0, Notts County 1, Thomas Stepanek against the run of play, massively. Well, we've got to half-time in a game that, frankly, we should be probably about 2 goals down in, and we're in front through Thomas Stepanek. The Spurs curse continues, I guess. I'm going to turn off work ball into the box and give us a little bit more freedom. Since we're not getting a lot of the ball anyway, it seems pointless for us to try and do that. Dubois. Alberto, lovely ball. Look at the space for Alberto. Guerra. Oh, nice work. I'm concerned about Fernandez, though. I just don't know if he's quite got what it takes. Oh, Stepanek could have done a better than... Great stop from Suarez. Long range hit, fair enough, but an excellent save, keeping us... Omalada. Fernandez does well. Jean Carlos needs to be better here. Stepanek. And again, he's just... I know he scored the goal, which is great, but it really does seem like he's losing so many one-on-ones now. Mingo, great name. Cleared away again. Guerrero will get this one, surely. Yes, drop it off to someone. Sorry, what? I actually can't believe that. Where did he shove him? How long does it take to make the fucking decision? I mean, fair enough, they've been better than us today, but what the hell? We were practically halfway towards a counter-attack before they gave that. Spurs actually are down to 10 men now. They've had to make a substitution... Sorry, they've had to make a change due to an injury, and they've already used all their subs, so this could help us. Just stay back. Yeah, I miss when Stepanek was able to do that. I know he did go past a guy today, but so many times he'd just get the ball and nothing would happen. And yet... Well, there you go, I suppose. I mean, obviously Spurs were the better side on the night. It's just frustrating with what happened in the last game too. But that's life, I guess. Well, there you go. Spurs 2, Notts County 1. We really could have just done without that, unfortunately. But that's life. Again, keeping the scorelines down, but at least Stepanek did his thing. I have to give him credit, but that's the only time in that match where I saw him complete a dribble. And before, you'd see 3 or 4 of them every single game of him just going past people. No, he's not. His dribbling has dropped dramatically from what it was. It was like, I mean, look at that. Overall, it was into the high 6s last season, and now for some reason it's dropped by nearly, what's that, 40%? And I'm completely at a loss as to why. Particularly as I've not noticed any other players struggling with dribbling, particularly against us, it would seem. But no, so next episode, I want to do, let's do Leicester and Osijek, because we've obviously got this one against Osijek away from home, but we don't want to come back straight away. So that's going to be the next live com. So off camera in between there, we'll have Man United, good God, Osijek, and then Wolves away. It's not the best run of fixtures for us, is it really? But then we'll come back with Leicester at home, potentially a winnable one, and of course, hopefully a winnable one here. I'd like to think we can go away and win, and just get a bit of good fortune coming back our direction, really. Like, all our wins have actually been by fairly comfortable margins. We just can't seem to get them enough, and that was a tough one. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, that'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be brilliant too. And I will join you guys in the next episode for some more Europa League goodies, where I really hope we can come back having just, I don't know, mug Man United off. Just get some results you don't deserve for once. Anyway, I'll join you guys soon. Hold your gun, capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.